It is 11/19/2025, and if you can believe it, we're playing Rift once again. And if you can believe it too, part deux, the chat's working, so we're live. Thanks for joining. Thanks for clicking. Yeah, I made it back. This is last night I ended the stream. I said I didn't know if I would make it. There was a special event tonight. I saw myself on the big screen. I went to an event. I was in a documentary, and I went to an event at a movie theater where they were premiering it, and I got to see this big mug on a big screen. And it was, and this is the thing. There was a Q&A afterwards, and they asked. I got asked a question, and I think I'll give the most interesting thing that I thought about the whole experience. I'll share that. What I shared then, I'll share now, which was, to me, it was interesting that as I was sitting in the movie theater, I'd always thought that it would be weird or interesting to see yourself on the screen like that, to feel something, or to be amazed, or be anxious, or self-conscious, or any of that stuff. None of that was there. It was just like I was the thing. This is what I shared when they handed me the microphone for the Q&A. I shared that because the footage was from 5 years ago, and I said the thing that's interesting about seeing this film tonight was the me that was sitting in the chair watching it was more interested in what everyone else had to say and what everybody else's story was in the documentary, was more interested in that than his own. And I couldn't have said that 5 years ago. 5 years ago, I would have been hanging on every single word that I spoke. I would have been overthinking everything and obsessing about how, if what I said, what came out of my mouth was true or not. I would have given myself 10 times more attention than the rest of the people that were on the documentary. And it was just fascinating to me tonight that I was actually more interested in everybody else's stories and everybody else's experience than my own, which is huge. It's way different than I used to be. I guess I was in a lot of ways I was, and I didn't share this there, but I can share this now. But I think I was a bit self-obsessed in my early years. When I was really producing a lot of content and participating in artistic activities, and building things. And I mean, when I was rapping, when I was producing the podcast, when I was producing the app, I was constantly enamored and amazed by me, by as I'm watching, I can see a picture of myself right here. I couldn't believe that I was the dude rapping on stage, or I was the dude in the contest, or the dude that was saying what he was saying and having these, what I would have considered to be deep thoughts or philosophical insights back then. I couldn't believe that the things that came out of my mouth were so endlessly entertaining to me that I was kind of obsessed with myself. And it's not that way anymore, which is kind of a bummer. I really did enjoy, there's so many episodes of the shows that I used to do that I really enjoyed hearing what I had to say, but now it's not like that, I guess. I guess in a lot of ways I'm a little more grounded today than I've ever been. What I saw tonight watching the documentary, it reminded me of how I used to be. I just really lived in my own head a lot of the time. And anything I did in actuality in my day-to-day life, in my experience, was anything I actually did was a result of what I had thought. So everything, whether it was whatever project I was working on or thing I was creating, all of my actions came from my own thinking. And in that sense, I was living in my head out loud too, because I was living and doing things that I was thinking of constantly. And it was all kind of, So it was all my own stuff. So it was nice to be there. I was with there tonight with my lady and our boy, and I got to see all my old friends, and yeah, it was cool. And yeah, I'm glad to be here, glad to be relaxing. And I finally, oh yeah, there's something else that happened. I'm submitting myself to, I'm filling out like a Google form for this MMO YouTube channel. So I'm going to do that tonight. Give my perspective on like the different MMOs in the space. I don't really have much to say about any of it. I feel like a lucky because I'm not an end game type of guy. I'm not like I am kind of a min-maxer type of guy. Like I like to figure out my rotation and my play style, and like if I'm gonna be playing, I want to try to make it efficient. But I also like I'm also like more into the actual journey itself and the experience of playing the game more so than getting anywhere or being the best or winning at anything. So really, to me, it's all about the experience anyway. So I don't know how much I'm going to be able to say about whether MMORPGs these days are good or not, or like which ones would I say are better than others. I mean, I bounce in and out of so many different games. I enjoy them for what they are. I don't really like, I don't know how we can hate on so many of these games. Like even this one, Rift, like when I started playing this, it was like I entered into this community that was very disappointed. They were very disappointed in the state of Rift as they were in the Rift community. And I'm just looking at it like, dude, it's just a fun game. Like, does it need to be anything more than what it is? And then the New World thing too, like, you know, New World ended all their updates, right? Like they're basically, they're not closing, but they're stopping development, like active development. And like everybody's all like super bummed out and being sad and moving away from the game. And I'm sitting here going like, I mean, it's still a fun game. Like, and I mean, I can't think of any of these MMOs that I've been at the forefront of the progression of them anyway. So I guess it might feel different. I might feel differently if I was like up to speed on the Final Fantasy expansions or up to speed on the New World content to where I was at the edge. I was at the very end game, but I don't think I've ever really been at the end game. And any time that I've been at the end game, have been for old classic MMOs like EverQuest. Like and I can't even say that's the end game because I would play the TLPs and we would get to Plains of Power and we'd clear that, and that was the end game. And then I knew the next expansion was coming out and we would clear that, but not actually at the very edge of live EverQuest. But so yeah, I don't know what it's like to play at the end game of like, to be like an everyday login player at the current content. Like even with World of Warcraft, the War Within, I played the expansion. I got through all the quests. I did the raids, and then I went and played something else. Like I didn't push any mythic keys, and I didn't like try to fully get best in slot. I just got like to the point where, you know, I beat all the quests. I did a couple alts, and then I played the raids, and I was good. And I went on, moved to something else. So, yeah, I don't know how helpful I'm going to be to this this YouTuber that sent me the form to fill out. I'm going to try to have fun with it. We'll see. But yeah, I don't think there's much else to report. Yeah, had leg day today. That was good. I got to work from home, which was really, really nice. I go back in tomorrow. I'm going to have to do a lot of sewing tomorrow. That'll be nice too. Future me will probably listen to this as I'm bouncing in and out of different people's Twitch streams while I'm working. Yeah, that's pretty much, I think that's it. Let's play some games. I want to play some games now. Oh yeah, I finally got my playlist off of my Spotify and onto YouTube Music. So we're going to have some good tunes to listen to tonight. I'll go ahead and get that started. And man, then these are songs. So when I swapped to YouTube subscription off of Spotify, I haven't heard a lot of these songs in so long, and they're all so good. And I don't know which one to start with. It doesn't really matter. We'll just roll them through. I'm gonna start with this one, Ulrich Snaus. Molfsey is what it's called. We'll see how it sounds. And yeah, start on the primalist, and then hopefully get into some dungeons. Let's see how it goes. And I'll go ahead and share this now. Now that I'm done with my opening monologue, I'll go ahead and share this, let people know that we're playing. The Iron Pine, where am I again? Iron Pine Peak. Yeah, this place is cool.